morning, fellow INTERPEEPS. I am Scarab and you're watching Scarabic Enterprises. Hope you're all having a wonderful time with everything in life. And today we are going to learn how to edit in Hitfilm. I'm going to show you how I edit my videos so that also Creative Stina, who has been editing some of my videos, wants to learn. This is going to be a great tutorial for her. But also, if you guys are new to YouTube or you have anything else, any tricks, tips and tricks that you need to learn to improve your videos or anything like that, maybe this video will help you. It might be a longer video. The video that I'm editing is going to be very short, so don't worry too much about the length of time. I'm sure I'll put some timestamps in there somewhere, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, check the description for timestamps if I did do that. If I didn't, well, it's because I'm lazy and I'm stupid. But anyway, yeah, let's get into editing and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. And no, my face is not going to be in this for the rest of the video. So, ha! Alright guys, I have recorded 52 minutes of this and then I screwed up really badly. So I'm going to re-record everything that I've already done. Anyway, as we do, what you want to do is you want to go here and you want to save your project. I saved it as so that's a thing that I did. This is something you need to know about my editing, is that I have a face cam with my microphone and I've also got the game with the game audio as well. So I record the game on my PC and I record the face cam and the microphone with my laptop. So I don't normally use the edit test game. I don't usually put the game at the end of the gameplay. I only did for this one. Otherwise it'd be like, for example, if I'm playing Adventure Time, it would be Adventure Time P1, like part 1. And then face, it would be Adventure Time P1 face. And that's how I categorize and make sure that everything gets grouped together whenever I see it in a file or a folder. So now we're going to click and drag our game to here, and then also the face on top of here. Now, you don't need to create a separate track because it automatically goes there as long as you put it above. And I can put as many of these as I want, like that, but I'm not doing that, so I just Control Z that. So the way that I work is I click here, so then I've got the timing. As you can see, this is the entire video. So I click usually like, I don't know, just a bit like that. We want to go all the way to the start and put in effects. We want to go to transitions and audio. We want to go to fade and then just put that over there. And this gives us an idea of what, how long the transitions are. So here we go, we got fade, we know it's that big. So if we know it's that big and we want it to be somewhere, hang on, I'll show you what I mean. This is what I've got so far, is just me warming up. So sometimes at the start of a video, this all gets cut, but this is, you know, just preparing. You wet your lips, you have a drink, maybe a coffee or something, and you prepare yourself. Usually you do this before recording, but a big thing to note about my videos is that I record both game and face capture all in one take. So what I do is I hover my finger over the mouse and over the key for start recording on both OBS on my PC and my laptop, and then I click them at the same time. So putting these together, it's perfectly in sync every single time. So that's something that is just a useful thing if you record the way that I do. So here we go. Ah, fuck. Cut that. So there was an intentional mistake that I did, just so then you guys could understand that when you're editing, sometimes there's like a mistake or something and you can just edit that out. So it's like, ah, fuck. Cut that. So you cut that, but you wait for a good take. So we've got a couple of good takes here. Well, not, they're all bad. Fellow shits and giggles. Fellow shits and giggles. Yeah, there we go. I'm just talking about things. And also in this video that I am editing is also a little explanation to follow a couple of things as well. Oh no, I fucked up the intro. Cut that. Good morning. morning, fellow INTERPEEPS. I am Scarab, you're watching Scarab Gaming. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Today, before there was Fallout, there was Wasteland. Now, you see that Al is saying, there was Fallout, there was Wasteland. And the audio that we're listening to at the moment is currently a little bit too evenly balanced. The game audio is way too loud. My face is way too quiet. So what I need to do is this is what I do to start a video off with, is I go and I make the master audio 2.18, and then I make the audio 2, which is my face cam, I make that 5.45, and then because I always record with the same settings, and then for game I default to 7.64. Minus 7.64. That's important because now listen to the balance of the game and my voice. Gaming, welcome to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in today. Before it's a lot better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here and I'm going to click, find out how big that little file is here. See how it's that length. So now I know that here I need to bring this back a little bit. And then here I can click the slice tool and then cut that, and from there I can just grab my arrow right here, my selection tool, and then drag it back all the way. There's another way to do this if you want. You can just remove and then drag it back, but you know, if you've got enough footage, then you know, at the start of the video you can just drag it back and put it over the top and that's fine. It deletes it automatically. So here, as you can see, I've cut it a little bit raw. So it's sort of overlapping the actual audio. Now we just want to get rid of the first breath, the initial breath of that. So instead of going, you just hear like a fade in rather than anything else. So I want to put the fades here and here. And then we also want to go into effects, and we want to find I've already got all these open. We want to go to the transitions and we want to go fade to color. And the fade to color is fading in from black automatically, which is just something that I really enjoy. Now remember to save your project frequently because this program is great. It's Hitfilm, but it also has its bugs and sometimes it just crashes. So you see that transition into in from black. Good morning, fellow INTERPEEPS. I am Scarab, you're watching Scarab Gaming. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Today, before there was Fallout, there was Wasteland. Now see how I go, there was Wasteland. I want to embellish that. There was Wasteland. And then I put my head a little bit. It looks weird when I do this. So I want to cut it before I move. So I can find a nice solid image like that. And then I'm going to cut that there. And then I'm going to find where I say, there was Wasteland. Yeah, today, before there was Fallout. And that's where I start. So I click that there, and then I make this either a composite shot, or I could do something else. But for now, I'll make it a composite shot, just so then I can show you what this does. So we want to make it embellished a little bit. So let's increase the scale. And then we'll go up and center myself in frame. We will go into effects. And then from effects, we want color correction. We want brightness and contrast. So let's do that. And let's get, instead of, you know, doing a preset, which what we can do, let's go preset. No. All the way to 0 on both, and then let's manually do it. So we want contrast, we want brightness as well, just a little bit more brightness. Increase the contrast. There we go. My face is popping now. It makes sense. I look kind of stupid. That is a bad thing to. it just looks really bad. Anyway, effects, and we want to close this. We want to go into grunge, and we want to go down to shake, and we want to add shake to that. And once we do that, I'll show you how to keyframe. We want to go amount. We want that to go to 0. The speed to be a standard, let's say, yeah, you know what, 13, that's fine. We want to click on seed as well. And let's go into individual controls. We'll delete the tilt shake because we don't want tilt shake. So we just turn that all the way down to 0. And then we want wrap to be turned off. We do not want any wrap because it just looks really weird. And it's something I don't enjoy. You guys can experiment with whatever you want, but this is how I edit my videos. So we want the shake and the speed. So then we want that to go and progressively get worse and worse. So we want to make it, let's say, yeah, to about 130-ish. Yeah, that'll do, 147. And then we'll go the scale. We don't want the seed. We'll move over just a bit. And then, as you can see, it sort of gets progressively worse and worse and worse. And then I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of these keyframes. We're going to right-click it, go to temporal interpolation, and click on smooth. And then it'll make things a little bit better. We can also do it with the brightness and contrast. If we go back, we can go brightness and contrast, and then we can go all the way to the start and put these back on 0. And then what we want to do is we want to make that, we want to make these keyframes smooth as well. So when we do that, we've done that, boom, edit, and then this is what happens. Hey, before there was Fallout, there was Wasteland! Alright, so that happened, and it sort of sounds weird when you cut out like that. So what I do is I wait for the next sentence and cut before then. But what you can actually do is you can, I just press Ctrl-Z, you can unlink the video and audio file, and then this can be selected separately. So you can cut that, remove it, get your selection tool and extend this over. But first you need to unlink it, otherwise it's locked, and then you can extend that. Oh, it's a composite shot. Well, I'm stupid. So I can remove this and extend this that way, and then I can cut it because it doesn't matter. It's the same volume of everything. Don't have to worry about that. But yeah, and then we can go into effects and audio. I'm sorry if I'm going a bit fast. And we want, let's say, a medium room. And we'll do that, and we'll increase the volume just a little bit on that to separate it from the rest of the footage, and then it makes it a little bit more intense. So like, out there was Wasteland! That sort of thing. You can do a whole bunch of stuff, but you know, you can organize it to make it look a little bit smoother. You can let's say, let's go to shake, and let's bring it down as well. Let's go all the way to the end to that keyframe there, and we want the amount to go down to 71. We want the speed to increase to that, and then yeah, sure, we'll make the seed go a little bit faster too. So let's see what happens here. Out there was Wasteland! It didn't really work, but you know, this is just a test. I don't want to linger on it. But there are many things that you can do. Anyway, let's find the actual intro to this. Fallout, an inspired Fallout. All right, cut that. I fucked everything up. I fucked it up. So yeah, I fucked everything up. That's what I said. That's what I did. All right, is this the intro, or is this me being stupid? Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be playing Wasteland. All right, so we want to cut this here and then there. And oops, I forgot that I unlinked some of the stuff. All right, we want to grab all of these and bring them back to the beginning. Can you please just do what I tell you to do? Thank you. All right, all the way back to the start, like this. I should have, never mind, it doesn't matter. So we want to go all the way back down to, not that. We want to go all the way back down to here. We want to add the fade. And then we want to add the fade. Now, I did fade a little bit too much, but that's okay. I can turn it down like that. And then we can go to faded color and add that to both. Now, as I said, I want this to be on 5.45 and this to be on -7.64 and this to be on 2.18. So that double checking, that's all good. And then when that's done, we want to find where I finish my sentence. So, and you know, the game that came before Fallout that inspired Fallout and all that sort of junk and stuff, and it's great. Anyway, we'll get to that straight after the intro. I fucked that up because I didn't do a clean cut of it. Now I don't like the fact that I didn't do a clean cut of it. So I am cutting it and I am redoing the intro. So we need to find it again. And normally at this point, I will cut the video and be done with it and redo it again, so then I don't have to do so much in editing. But this is a tutorial. So I say that, and I can cut all of this and bring it back to the start, just like I did before. But since I put the fades in, now I can just put this there. And see, the fade is a lot better than I did before. I can chuck this there and increase that to about roughly where it was. And then we just need to carry these over, just like that. It's just a shortcut. That way you don't have to go back into effects and then fade to color and then drag it across, which can get a little bit tedious. But hey, it's editing. Tedious is kind of the whole point. Anyway, remember to save. So what you want to do is you want to find this, the good intro that you keep after the intro. And then you want to hear that as I do. This is my intro. Please don't steal it. And then find, there we go. Find an area where it does not blur the fingers. Sometimes it doesn't happen, sometimes it does. But, you know, that's what I do in my intros. You guys might be doing something totally different. All right, so this is what I do for every video, is I turn the face into a composite shot at the very beginning. I go to position and scale keyframes at the start, and then I go all the way to the end, zoom into about 120, 130, and then increase the height to about just above my head, so then it doesn't accidentally cut out. So as you can see in the middle here, it's not cut out. So I'm going to right click this and make that smooth. I just like everything to be smooth. I like transitions to be smooth. And then you can see it like zooming in. Good morning, fellow Untitled. So that worked. Now I need to close all of these just because they're in the way. And also if you lose a composite shot, you can just double click on it and then it opens up again. So don't worry too much. And then we want to scroll down and go to presets and 2D effects. Also, I will note that I do have, this is a free program. Hitfilm Express is a free program and it's great. If you want to know which version of Hitfilm I'm using, check the description of this video. But I will just show you this. You go to home and here we've got add-on packs. It says add-on starter, composite pro keying, VFX damage. And those are the 3 packs that I have manually purchased. So they were the packs that suited my editing style the most. And I will show you an old school way of doing things. You just have to be a bit patient with me. Now, the annoying thing with composite shots, if you delete a, if you unlink and delete something, like an audio file, it will automatically create an audio file, and that is annoying as hell. So I usually just unlink it, delete it, and then get rid of the track. So here we go. What we want to do is we want to go to 2D effects, scroll down to Vignette 1080, as I like to call it, Vignette, because I am annoying that way. And then we want to make that HD heavy. And remember, we are not in the composite shot, we are in the editor. If you do this in the composite shot, all that's going to do is make it so then the vignette does not stay as a vignette. So we remove that. We want that to be on this, and that way it is always on the edges of the screen. That's very important. Otherwise, it just does not look professional. So, I'm not saying that I look that professional, but yeah, I mean, I do have some standards. So we want that to be vignette. We can also click on the video, go to controls, and we got the vignette here, and we can go to HD heavy. But you can also manually control it as well. So then you can adjust the height and the width. So if you want it to sort of lay off a bit or to come on a little bit thicker, if you want to give yourself a kind of like a spotlight, hang on, let's see. Yeah, if you want to give yourself like a spotlight glow or something like that, then you can do that. But what the easiest thing to do, I mean, you can play with it if you want, but I just go to HD heavy. It's automatically, it's good. So, you know, it just focuses the eye right in the middle where the action is, and that's all that matters. So let's go to that. And then afterwards, as we've already done the cut, let's move this up to about, let's say 50 seconds roughly. Let's go back to the start, and then we go to media, and I've got a whole bunch of intros of stuff, generally unique for the channels. I mean, not for the channels, for the specific game or whatever I'm doing. This one's just the generic. So that goes for 17 seconds and 54 milliseconds. So I want to have this sort of come back to there. And what we want with this is we want to turn this down to 7.64 because it is a very loud file. And we also want to come here, copy the video to, make sure that it's not linked with that. We want to copy video to, we want to add a track. So click insert track with the right click. And then we want to go here and paste the video 2 to video 3. We want to turn off the visibility of video 3, and I'll explain why later. So we have all of this there, which we don't really need to worry about right this second, but we can also just put our transitions in because it's useful to do that. I'm going to put it only on this file because I intentionally messed up this video just so that I could show you guys a couple of things. So we got this fading out. Excellent. That was pretty good. Usually, so what we do is we get this video to my face, and we want that, whoops, to be a composite shot. Now remember what I said, if you have something unlinked, it creates a new file, which is really annoying. So you want to unlink the audio file, remove it, and then delete the audio track 3. Otherwise, your voice will be doubled and it will be way too loud, and it's kind of annoying. So here, this is where the magic happens. If you're a gamer, pay attention. We go here, and this is a mask. This is a rectangular mask, and this is, you got to click masks as well. Now hold down the shift key and click and drag to make a perfect square. Then you want the arrow, click the selection tool up here, and then you want to scroll it over where you want to be. So let's find out where I'm going to be in the center for the majority of the video. All right, so I'm a little bit right. So we want to turn that to there. All right, let's look at the rest of the video. There we go. And for the majority, I am in the middle, but I'm going to select just a little bit to the left. Now, what I used to do for this is what I used to do. I used to reduce the scale to 35. And then I would move it manually to the side and to the top. And there we go. My face is now on top of the gameplay. Just make sure you put the game on video 1 and the face on video 2. And otherwise, if I uncheck video 3, it's full screen again. So this is really useful if you want to like cut a segment out. Cut a segment out of this. And then you want that to be... like that, and then you've got face. It goes from there, hang on, it goes from there to there, and that can be very useful if that's what you want to do and cut to your face immediately. You can do that with the video 3. So what we're going to do now as a specialty, this is something that I've done in my earlier videos and something that Creative Stina is doing for my channel. She experimented a little bit and I taught her how to do this. Hi everybody, that's not my intro, but it doesn't matter anyway. I'm here with Creative Stina. Say good day.
Hello.
So what you do is you go back to, let's say, normal. So let's go back, put everything on 0 and scale back to 100. And then we want the mask to have an expansion. Expansion! God, sorry about my voice. You want that to go all the way to 2000. And we want position and scale, all keyframed. And we want to move all of that to the end. And then we want that to be 35. So the scale is at 35. We want the expansion to be 0. Oops, sorry. And then we want the scale to be in the corner, just like I was showing you before. And that's how to do it without using the effects that I purchased, which I'll show you in a second. And then I want to click smooth on that, and also on, on the expansion. Now, if you don't click smooth, it won't be smooth on everything. You need it to be smooth, otherwise it won't work. So we can do this. Oh, I also screwed up. I forgot how long this video is. So you can always move these all the way back to wherever you want them. So let's have that at, sure, 3 seconds. I think that's 3 seconds. All right, see how it's moving?
Usually I like to get my fingers right
and it sort of merges in with itself. And you can time it. Wherever you put these is the timing. So you can actually just move that about like that, and then it will stay like this. For example, here we go. Let's watch what happens.
That was pretty good. Usually I like to get my fingers right in the middle of the camera there, like that. But I mean, like when you're just doing that, it doesn't always work. So you need to, yeah, explain it away, Scarab.
I already explained that. I want it to be in the middle.
Welcome.
But I think I extended that a little bit too long because it's going to take forever to get there. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not a professional at doing this sort of thing. This is the first time for me. But all right, let's go 4 seconds in and let's find out what that looks like at 4 seconds in.
That was pretty good. Usually I like to get my fingers right in the middle of the camera there, like that. But I mean, like when you're just doing that, it doesn't.
So that looks nice. That's a nice transition and stuff, but I don't need that. I don't need that at all. I mean, that's what you guys can do if you choose to. That's fine. But I don't need to do that. So what I do instead is I just put this all the way to the side, having it with the mask already in place, and then I go into effects. And this is a purchased thing, so if you don't have it purchased, you won't be able to do this. But you go to generate and pip, and then you just drag that onto your file, and it automatically gives you a gamer's window or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it is, a face cam box or something. But I like to have my videos at 35%. And then if you all right, I have a Irish friend named SerialPillock, and he has his cam so then it sits off the screen slightly, just away from the edges, and you know that could be a style on its own, and that's fine. But what I like to do, I'm a little bit more classic. I feel like there's more that I can do with editing and stuff if I put myself right in the corner. But honestly, it comes to taste. Also, SerialPillock doesn't edit things where he's just like what I do. He doesn't just go, oh look, I'm big all of a sudden and now I'm a YouTuber, and then, you know, goes back down and does whatever. SerialPillock is just really good with his editing style of jump cuts and everything else. But I mean, each to their own. I like to have mine away at, oops, sorry, my bad. I want that to be 35. I like having mine right in the corner, and he likes having his a little bit away. I will leave a link to this in the description to SerialPillock if you want to check him out and his style. Very, very interesting and funny YouTuber. Definitely worth your time investing into his videos.
So damn bad. Don't eat me from behind. It's cheeky.
All right, so what I need to do now is figure out what's happening next, and then I can explain.
That was pretty good. Usually I like to get my...
Yep, blah, blah, blah. Like to get my fingers inside whatever the frame is.
It doesn't always work, so you need to... Yeah.
All right, so what do I say here?
Welcome back, everybody. I can't say welcome back because this is the first episode of the series.
Yeah, don't say welcome back if you're recording something for the first time. It just sounds really weird. So I can go here and I can cut that away, and then... let's move that back and let's see if this is a good take or not. I'm not sure if it is, but if it is, well, we'll find out. So we'll go back and we'll do this and we'll look at it.
Welcome everybody to Wasteland. Hope you're all having a wonderful time. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, and as always, I do have merch available if you guys are interested. You can also donate directly to the channel, which helps me out a great deal. Links to that's in the description of this video.
And then there's an alternate way that I do my intros.
A secondary way for me to say that is...
I'm going to cut right here. Whoops. Did I just undo a cut? I didn't even know you could undo a cut. Hang on. Did I just undo a cut? Oh, no, I didn't. That's just... okay, that was just... what? Okay, never mind. Just ignore that. Just pretend that never happened. Anyway, we want to grab these and we want to push these all the way back. Just like that. All right. Now here's the alternate version of doing the intro.
Welcome everybody to Wasteland. Hope you're all having a wonderful...
although I do like this version, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go fade to color. And I'm going to put that over all three of all three of the videos, and then I'm also going to put the fade onto the audio tracks. Now it is cut a little bit sharp, so you do need to just trim that back a little bit so it doesn't cut into the audio. And then save your project always, and then here we go.
Welcome everybody to Wasteland. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, and as always, I do have merch available if you guys are interested.
Now what I do there is I grab my shirt, so that's important.
Doing in the comments, and
I say and as always, and then I can cut that.
As always, I do have merch available if you guys are interested. You can also donate directly to the channel, which helps me out a great deal. Links to that's in the description of this video.
In the description of the video. Alright, so we don't want to cut there. What we want to do is we want to go a little bit further ahead and then cut there. So in composite shot is a great place for keying and stuff, but you don't always keyframe in composite shots. You're also capable, and this is something I only just realized over the last few months, is that you can actually keyframe here in the editor. So what you do is you go to transform, so you go over to controls, then transform, and then you can do whatever you like in here. So you can go to transform or effects. I go to effects and I go to pip, and then I click scale, and that gives me a keyframe. And with that keyframe, I can do anything I want. I can move it, I can do whatever I want, but what I want to do is I want to keep it there. So this is the scale. And if you want to check out the keyframes, you just need to click this symbol here, which is if you display, if you leave your cursor over it, it turns up with display timeline. And then we want that to be at 35. And then we want to move back to here and make that 52. And then another keyframe will be there. And then we want to move back to here at the very beginning.
As always, I do have merch available.
So that is where I made it. That's why I made the cut there, is because that signifies where I'm going to be doing things. So then I go, this one needs to be 35. And then
as always, I do have merch.
There, I want that to be 52. Now I want to go back, make all of these smooth, and then we have smooth transitions. Let's have a look at what we have so far, but first, yeah, okay. Let's just look at what we have so far.
Come on.
Back to start, press play.
Good morning, fellow INTERPEEPS. I am Scarab, you're watching Scarab Gaming. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Today we're going to be playing Wasteland. You know, the game that was before Fallout. Anyway, we'll get to that straight after the intro.
Then you cue the intro. This is the generic intro for pretty much anything. Then it fades out and fades in.
Welcome everybody to Wasteland. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, and as always, I do have merch available if you guys are interested. You can also donate directly to the channel, which helps me out a great deal. Links to that's in the description of this video. And the reason I say that twice, I don't always say it twice, I'm just saying, the reason I said that twice is if I'm wearing a shirt that is not my merch, I don't need to do this. But if it's my merch, then I go and show off the merch.
It's just a thing that I do. But we don't need that last bit where I say that.
Ideal. Links to that's in the description of this video.
All right. And then we have that go all the way down. Is it possible? Yep. Okay, cool. We can cut from there. So let's just cut the video like this. And I like to zoom in and out whenever I'm making cuts just to make sure I get everything as well. All right. And then we want to move on to here
and show off the merch. I'm not really big on promoting other people. I mean,
I'm not really big on promoting other people. That's funny.
Cut that. Because I said something stupid.
Yep.
I'm not really big on promoting myself that much, just as a fact. I don't like doing it. It makes me feel horrible, but it's necessary. I'm in YouTube. This is what I'm trying to make a living doing, so that's what I do. Anyway, we are blah, blah, blah. Now I can either chop out the anyway or I can keep the blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter because I don't need this segment anyway. In this game, and I'm just going to cut through all of this stuff in editing because you guys don't need to see me fuck around with the settings unless there's specific things that I want to show off in the settings. In this, it's very simple, so I don't need to show it off. Like skipping the intro is a thing, text speed, all that sort of stuff. And then we get... If there is any interesting settings that you want to show off in the game, you might want to make a note of it. Like if there is a custom difficulty setting or something and you want to show your crowd what features are there, what makes it easy, what makes it harder, that sort of thing might be important to show in a video, or at the start of a video or something. You could say, look, I want to go through this and play it as a storyline or play it as something else, blah, blah, blah. But this game has very limited settings, so it doesn't matter. But just some games, you know, diving into the settings could be really good as a feature, but it bores a lot of people if you do it at the start of every game. So make sure you're selective which game you want to include that in. Get into the reaction. So we've just cut past all of the settings of this game because we don't need to worry about that. And then we start a new game and then we get on with the Let's Play. Just like that. Let's cut into there. Into there? Cut into there. And then we need to move that back all the way to where we made that previous cut, just there. All right, now this is something called a jump cut. Whenever you cut everything and then move to another segment, it's called a jump cut. Now, the way to merge these and make them sound a little bit better is if you get the game audio and then you make it fade out and in, that can help. Also, it prevents, if you go over here with your voice, it can prevent a little a snippet of a noise that happens sometimes when you cut your video. It sort of like makes a sharp noise. In the description of this video. This time it didn't do that, which is good. Alright, so I just dicked around the settings. We did a wonderful thing. It was fantastic, but you guys didn't see it. So I'm going to press new game, and then we're going to find out what this game is all about now. Fuck! Alright, so here we are jumping straight into the game, but what we need to do first is just the thing that I do. For anyone that's editing my videos or wants to edit like I do, if you have a similar system, you might want to do this. So you go to the start and you listen to the merch spiel. Everybody to Wasteland, hope you're all having a wonderful time. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. And as always, I go and I grab my merch GIF. I put that there, and then I, let's go the right corner. And let's just, balance it out, make it look good. And sometimes I like to do a cross dissolve, so I'll just put a cross dissolve over it. It's probably my best go-to, so you can see the comments. And as always, it fades in. And but I don't want that for this video. Let's do something I used to do a lot. Let's go to push. So we are currently in effects and we are in transitions for video, and then you go to motion and then you find push. And then you want to put the push at the end as well. I want the push to be right, so right is automatic, but this push at the start we want to go down. So let's have a look at what that looks like. In the comments, and as always, I do have merch available. If you guys are interested, you can also donate directly to the channel, which helps me out a great deal. Links to that in the description of this video. All right, and then it disappears. So we want that to disappear with everything else. So let's watch that. A wonderful time. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, and as always, I do have merch available. If you guys are interested, you can also donate directly to the channel, which helps me out a great deal. Links to that in the description of this video. There we go. All right, and it disappears. And we can even make it kind of a little bit better if we just do this. So we want to put some fade to colors over that itself, and then maybe this will work. That's in the description of this video. Alright, so I just dicked around the settings. We did it's really hard to see on the preview, but you go in and then you see it starts to fade out as he goes down and disappears. And there we go. It comes back to light as well. But this, that's the face. We didn't want that. We wanted to bring this to there. I accidentally put it on the wrong thing. So this way it makes everything cut to black as it fades out, and then it comes back in. So links that's in the description. It's an alternative. Alright, so I just dicked around the settings. We did a wonderful thing. It was fantastic, but you guys didn't see it. So I'm going to press new game, and then we're going to find out what this game is all about. Alright, so you can just add comedy pretty much anywhere when it comes to when it comes to editing and stuff. You don't really have to worry about it too much.
But you know, if that's the type of channel that you want, then it would be a good idea to do what I'm about to do now. So we're back into it and is saying stuff.
All right, so I just dicked around in the settings. We did a wonderful thing. It was fantastic. But
and then when I say but, I'm about to say a thing. Okay, so I'm saying a thing at this moment and I'm judging based on what the graph looks like down here. And then I want to cut that.
but you guys didn't see it, so I'm going to press new game.
But you guys didn't see it, you know?
But you guys didn't see it.
There we go. And then we just need to make that effects go scale up to, let's say 50, why not? Save, and then we want to have a look at what that looks like. Fades in from
Alright,
black.
so I just dicked around in the settings. We did a wonderful thing. It was fantastic, but you guys didn't see it, so I'm going to press new game, and then we're going to find out what this game is all about now.
Now, someone's talking over me, so I get surprised. Wait for the first initial reaction. As you can see, my eyes are closing and I'm about to react, so we want to stop it here. And then...
Ah, fuck!
Like that, and then we can put another one like that here. So what we want to do now, to make it a little bit more comical, we want to add a transition to make my face grow. So we want to hit the scale, as you know the keyframes by now, and then we want to move it forward and go like that, and then we want that to be 83, and we want to keep that at 83 until it automatically goes back to 35. Because we've added the cut there, it automatically goes to 35. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm just going to save and close that, and then we do this.
Ah, fuck!
And there you've got a little bit of comedy. It's just a little bit of a reaction that zooms in.
Following
Ah,
is an
fuck!
excerpt from the history of the Rangers, the early years. By
Yeah.
Carl Lowler,
Okay.
2087.
That's fine.
So right here I'm going, yeah, okay, that's fine. Now I don't really care about the story of this game right now. It's not that relevant to what I'm doing. So let's find out if we can jump cut through it to make it a little bit more funny.
By
Yeah.
Carl Lowler.
Yeah. And then I say, okay. So we're just going to snip all of these. And then, oh, sorry.
That's fine.
That's fine. So everything that I am doing now, I don't need. So I can just get rid of these in between. We're going to make some jump cuts between them. Like this. And we just want to put that right next to each other. What did I say? That's fine?
That's fine.
All right. And you could even edit it like this and then just like cut out that part as well. So then it ends up being like this.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now there was a little clip in there. So what I can do is I can go and add a fade over the voice and then just put it like that. And that way it's going to transition a lot better. Oh, and probably going to need that over this audio as well. All right.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
WordPress.
Better.
Don't say
Ranger
stuff.
Center.
Oh, I was saying stuff. Okay.
Don't say
Ranger
stuff.
Center.
So I'll just cut there because he says something funny and we move on. And even if it's not funny, it doesn't have to be. The way that you cut a video can be humorous in itself.
You interrupted me.
$20 gold.
See, there we go. So I found that, and then since I found a little bit more that's a little bit funnier, let's do this. So let's just continue to do this. And yes, editing is a very tedious process, but the more that you do it, the more you get used to it, and it ends up being a lot better. I mean, you get used to it, and you find good use for your time. You find a couple of shortcuts and stuff. So, oh, oops, sorry. All right, we want to cut this and go back. Now, this is a tedious process, so like you do need a little bit of patience to be able to do this. So you want to go all the way back to here, and then what's he say here?
I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you.
Yep. All right, so what we want to do there is boop, 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 and doop. And then we'll bring you back. Like that. And then we want to cut those and bring this back. Now, the reason I don't do this for every video is it is long. It takes a long amount of time for me to do this sort of stuff. And if you watch videos like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and stuff, you'll notice that these edits are very frequent, which means that it takes a very long time to edit, and it's the worst. But
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll say stuff. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you.
see, if you do that, then it adds a little bit of humor, and people can sort of, you know, relate to it. They're like, oh yeah, long, boring starts, all that sort of stuff. Interrupted you, and cut that there. And we don't want that guy to trail off, so let's just mute him right here. And what's this?
I think this is the same voice that's in Wasteland 2.
See, I don't need to add any of this, so I'm just going to cut all of that, the whole intro there, until I see some graphs down here, so I might be saying something cool.
So that's how it happened.
That's how it happened. Yay, good for you.
We're all dead because of this.
All right. I'll keep that line because that line is hilarious. Because that line being said after I just skipped through a whole bunch of stuff is going to be a great punchline to that segment. So if I go like this, it's going to be funny. Whoops.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll say stuff. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you. We're all dead because of this.
He said it in a different way, so it's not the funniest, but you know, it could be even better. But like, not just that, but you can add humor like this too. So if you're doing that and you want things to be a little bit better, I'm going to do it the Pip way because, you know, I already showed you how to make the face and how to edit it and everything with the masking and everything like that. So doing it this way is a lot easier. So how about I just go Pip? We want the scale to go up 5 every time. So this one needs to be 40. Then this one needs to be 45. This one needs to be 50, etc., etc. So let me just get that out of the way with quickly. This one needs to be 55. This one needs to be 60, 70. Oh wait, sorry, 65. And then the last one needs to be 70. Oh wait, no, this one needs to be 70. Oh, that is the last one. Okay, that one needs to be 70. And then we have a segment which increases in scale, which increases the sense of humor or whatever you want to call it, whatever. Here.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll say stuff. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you. We're all dead because of this.
And then you can cut that out. Have a shake over this. Never mind. I'm going to have a large room, and then I'm going to increase the large room for balance of that, and then I'm going to give this a sharper image. So I'm going to make it bright and contrast. Make it, you know, make it a little bit punchy, like that. Incredibly, yep, that'll work. And then we also want to give it some shake, which is in grunge, not generate, grunge. There we go, shake. Okay, all right, so we need to put that over the top of this one. Now, as I was saying, you really don't want to have some sort of wrap. You don't. So there's a reason for that, and I'll show you why. You don't want to have wrap.
We're all dead because of this.
Why does that not have... Oh my god. Right, cut. I put it on the wrong goddamn thing. Paste. There we go. Now shake is on this. Goddamn. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's my fault. Alright, so Now we'll have a look at that.
All dead because of this.
And because of the wrap, it looks really weird and it doubles things and it just, no, I don't like it. So I want to get rid of the reflect. And then I also want to get rid of the tilt shake. And then I want the speed to be, let's say 9, and then reduce the severity to about 40. And, you know, random seed, whatever. And let's have a look at what that looks like.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Don't say stuff. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you. We're all dead because of this.
Western desert.
So I can have that expand as well. So I can have the face. I'm in the wrong section again. All right, we can have the face with the pip. We're going to go all the way to the start, which we are at. We want the scale to go up from 70 to 100. Sure, why not? Let's go all the way to 100. And then we want that to be smooth. And here we go.
Interrupted you. We're all dead because of this.
Western desert.
So, and then from there, we can just cut straight to the action. We don't need to have anything else there. We can just go straight to here.
Now, I won't always get through the intro, not always, because sometimes you just want to get into the action. So I'm going to skip through this. But there's a choice. You can either do the action, you can either showcase everything or you don't, depending on how I'm reacting to it and how, oh my god.
So this part of the video would be relevant if I was doing that sort of thing. So I don't need to worry about that at the moment because I'm not really caring about that right now. But we could show my reactions to everything, come up with smart-ass remarks or whatever to say in regards to like... Hypel! Oh, wow, that was in the second game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so amazing. It's so interesting that...
all of those things are in the second game. Oh, that's cool.
It is cool, but, you know, I'm not really excited to show you guys this, but...
I really like that because it reminds me of the sequel to this game, which also has the same locations, meaning it's in the same world.
Yeah. No shit.
Wouldn't you know it? So this is the Ranger Center.
All right, here we go. So we want to chop the video here, just like this, and then move this back to where we are, to where we were. All right, all the way back. We just cut all of that footage because we don't need it. That's just storyline of a game that I'm not really interested in playing at the moment. It's a great game. It's just not really up my alley at the moment. So yeah, that's going to sound weird. So we definitely want to put a fade over it because we also had a sound effect happening with the vocals there. So what we want to do is we want to turn that down and make sure that's okay. Oh boy. So this is a long process. I don't want anyone to think, oh, editing's easy. You just need to spend more time in editing. If I spent this much time editing every fucking video, I tell you what, I would lose my mind.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Don't say stuff. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you. We're all dead because of this. So this is the Ranger Center. This is where we need to create.
And you could even have like over the top of that, we're all dead because of this. We could just have like some sort of like, not that we need it, but I will show you that we can do something else with this if we so choose. So what we want to do is we want to just create a new composite shot. Just like this. And then we're going to put in something that I got from Footage Crate. And then we're going to go into effects, and this is another thing that I bought. We want to go into keying, and we want chroma key. There are other keys in here, but they're not as good. But I want the chroma key layer, and then I want to adjust to that. And here's an explosion. Boom! See that? That's pretty cool, right? So what we want to do with this is we want to transform it and make it a lot bigger. So we want to scroll down. All right. Maybe make it a little bit bigger as well. Like, yeah, there we go. So we just want to bang. All right. So that is a thing that happens. Also, just double check because in chroma key, you can also... you can make things a bit better. You can like go to spill correction. You can change the hue of that. See the spill is a little bit green there. You have that up, it lessens all of that. And not just that, but you can also put a brightness and contrast over the top. Underneath the chroma key actually is better. And then you can just like increase the explosion contrast and stuff. So here we go. We want to put that composite shot 4. We want to add composite shot 4 if we can find it. There it is. We want to add that up here, make it its own thing, just like that. We also want to get rid of whatever it just did, so we delete that. Remove, delete track, excellent. And then we want to add a track because I'm an idiot. And we want to add a explosion. So let's see if we've got an explosion. I'm pretty sure I just put one in here. Yeah, huge explosion. Excellent. We're all dead. And then we want to make the explosion sound like that. Turn it down a bit because it's going to deafen us. Want that to be like there. And then it... All right. So we want that to happen a little bit earlier. Let's see what happens.
We're all dead because of it.
All right, we want that to be at the start while he's saying we're all dead because of this. And action.
We're all dead because of it.
And then we can have that fade out as well. And it covers up a little bit of the whoops. It covers up a little bit of the next thing. Hang on. I'm stupid. Yeah, we cover up the transition. So we want to add that and just do this.
Okay, that's fine. I'll say stuff. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you.
We're all dead because of it.
So this is the Ranger Center. This is where...
So that cut out a little bit too much. So what we want to do is we want to add that. Oh god, hang on a sec. Control Z. We want to unlink these again, and then I want that to expand out a little bit like that. Go to effects, and we want to fade it out. We don't want it to be too loud, so we can fade it out just like that, and then it's like
we're all dead because of it. So this is the Ranger Center.
It sounds a lot better. That way it's just sort of fades in and out and it works perfectly. So that is our entire comedic segment.
Early years.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll say stuff. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. Maybe I interrupted you.
We're all dead because of it.
So this is the Ranger Center. This is where we need to create
characters, and this is where I start talking about what actually happens in the game.
Or just play with our characters. So let's explore the creation. I've never created a character. You cannot create any more characters. Oh, right. Oh, well, let's delete everybody.
Now, if you want to delete everybody, or if you don't want to delete everybody, if you want to showcase something that's on the screen, what you want to do is you can always just go into the video and let's say cut out a little bit like that, and then you want to edit that to go transform and then scale. So we're showing you that we're deleting stuff. So we would go here and then move up until that is there. All right, so it's not good enough, so we need to zoom in. Oh my god, that is way too much. There we go. Zoom up to the right. Let's go. Come on! So anyway, that is like essentially what you can do for those segments, and then if you're going to do that, may as well just get rid of your face as well, because no one needs to see that ugly mug. Boom, like that. So I'm talking about doing a thing, and then I do a thing, so watch.
You cannot create any more characters. Oh, right. Oh, well, let's delete some...
Just little things like that can help people understand what you're talking about. So especially if you're playing like a strategic game or something, you would need to know the stats or something like that. If you refer to anything on the screen, zoom in on the things that you're referring to. For example, if I said, oh, it's 6 o'clock, I would zoom in up here because there is a thing up here saying it's 6 o'clock. You know, that sort of thing. It's pretty straightforward.
And let's create a character. Instead of starting off the game normally, we need to create a character. Roll.
So sometimes when I'm talking, I like to just zoom in on my face, like so. Character, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm talking to you guys. So whenever I'm talking to you guys, like directly, and there's nothing happening on screen, I'll just do this.
Instead of starting off the game normally, we need to create a character.
Create a character. All right, so like I could do this and then just cut that in. We want to put that down. And then like this.
Instead of starting off the game normally, we
and then I find where I say we, and then I chop that in half. Like that. And then increase the size of this. And then center it. That's a little bit too centered. It's just, yeah, there we go. All right, so this is what I'm going to be doing.
just, oh, right. Oh, well, let's delete everybody. And let's create a character. Instead of starting off the game normally, we need to create a character. Roll again. Okay, so this is interesting because in ways... Roll again.
All right, there we go. The another thing that we need to concentrate on. So considering it's in the same spot as before, I can just go over here. Whoops, I can just go on over here and then I can just copy these. So I'm just going to copy and then I'm going to paste. Oh, no, it was Zoom, was it? Oh, it was. Okay, sorry. So yeah, always figure out what you're copying and pasting. You can copy and paste both the scale and position of anything. So it's useful. So I can use the same zoom that I used here to say what I was saying. And then I can also just cut this out. And what was I saying to you guys? I was saying this.
Okay, so this is interesting because in Wasteland 2, you it's very hands-on, customizing everything to the last detail.
And then I can cut that and put this back down here. So let's see what that looks like.
Character. Instead of starting off the game normally, we need to create a character. Roll again. Okay, so this is interesting because in Wasteland 2, you it's very hands-on, customizing everything to the last detail. Whereas this, you just roll for stats.
So see how it cuts automatically back to the default. You want that. You want that every time. That's why you always have things set out this way. You don't edit as you go. You edit so then anything that you do, you can always take back to the default. So that's why we've got the video 3 with the secondary video, which as you've seen, we drag into this timeline.
Last detail.
And then it goes back to default, which is great.
Roll for stats. So this is intelligence and speed, which is really good.
Which are the stats here. You can always zoom in on that.
Intelligence as a turn-based game, I don't think that's going to be necessarily the best thing, because if we're going to have an intelligence that's really high, we definitely want that person to have better ability of fixing things or whatever else, the abilities that's in this. So what we would want with a good high speed is maybe agility or dexterity or something that can give us enough action points to be able to shoot characters with. So we'll roll again, and there we go. We've got 16 luck. Oh wow. Okay, so
obviously I'm going to let this run through because this is just vital information about the game, so it's useful. You can either go back and from this screen to this one here. You can go back and forwards. Just make sure that when the eyes are not looking at the screen, when they're looking at the camera, so when they're focused on you, then you might want to cut back to this view, but then when he's looking back at the screen, might be able to cut back to this. Depending on the situation, it's up to the individual.
Guy is going to be very charismatic, and also bullets are just going to
see right here, I'm looking at the screen,
fly around him because he is very lucky. So
and then it's back to the screen. It is really hard to tell what you're going to do until you see it.
We're going to enter a name, and we're going to make him Y5, and then him. All right, her. We're going to make her Y5. You can be Chinese, and so we do have a little bit of leveling up to.
And here we just like zoom back in to do that, you know, that sort of thing.
Which is fantastic.
Depends on how heavily you want to edit a video as to what you want to represent in the video. So if you want to like spend a lot of time on a video, you want it to be of a really high quality, it can take very many hours to do just a 10-minute video if you're going to be cutting and changing as often as we did back here. Because in this area here, that if you make the whole video with cuts that fast, it's going to take you hours to get through 10 minutes. And right now, even as I'm talking to you guys, I mean, I would have finished this video a long time ago, but because I'm trying to explain everything that I'm doing, it takes a little bit longer. So yeah, I know that we've already been going for like an hour and 10 minutes.
As you can see, numbered 1 to 9, it obviously started out as a computer game, and this is a Xbox port of it.
Notice how I just stated that the 1 to 9 over here, I should have zoomed in on that, but I'm not going to edit everything in this video. I'm just saying that 1 to 9, I should have zoomed in on that. But also, I'm like, this is just advice for YouTubers that are gamers and stuff. It's really good to note things like this. So then you can say, originally this game was a PC game, etc., etc. Gives you a little bit more of a history on the game, gives you some sort of, like, it makes it seem like you've got a little bit of insight, which obviously knowing these things, you do need a little bit of insight, but it tells people that you know what you're talking about. So having the 1 to 9 would be very useful to know that it was a PC thing, because you need to press 1 to 9 to select either one of these, or you could use the mouse to select it. But it is just noticing little features like this in games or whatever you're doing. If you know something about something, open your mouth, say it. Otherwise, it's just not going to be interesting content. That's something I need to work on myself. But I just thought I'd stop the video here and just tell you that.
As a re-release. So it's interesting that they've kept the numbers there, even though the numbers are useless at the moment.
Because most of the time people would have, if they're re-releasing a game or something, they would have gotten rid of this. So I made a note of that because it's a port of a PC game made to console.
So let's,
don't forget to save. Always save.
Oh, I don't know how to do. Oh, you just press A? Okay. So sure, we'll put some skills on a rifle. Oh, we wanted this person to talk really well. I don't know necessarily how I'm going to do that at the moment, but all right, so I'll give them some perception, a little bit more rifle, clip pistol. Don't even know what that means, but okay, cool, that's done. Yeah, keep this character. All right, there we got Y5. Now let's create another character. And then, etc., as you move on. Anyway, that has been this episode.
Yep, and then I move on to the exit.
And blah, blah, blah.
The outro.
But I fucked that up, so, and I just spat everywhere. So, you know what? We're going to go and we're going to fuck things up again. So, all right, I think that's all the time.
I think that's all the time we have for this episode. So I usually cut when I'm doing a video, so it'll be like this.
All right, I think that's all the time we have for this episode.
So after I say that, I will go here and I will just move the entirety of that down to there. So
for this episode, but this is Wasteland, a very interesting
as you can see, it's a nice transition when you do that, but I fucked this up as well.
Game,
which is intentional.
We and then I cut that. Well, this has been...
Sometimes some videos take multiple takes and, you know, you just got to record through it. You can't just quit. You need to just push through it, even though you make many, many mistakes.
Well, that's all the time we have for in this episode, so thank you all for watching. This is Wasteland. As you can see, obviously, where Fallout got its inspiration from, but I'm really curious to find out where this goes. I'm not making any more episodes of this, but that's what I say at the end of an episode. So thank you all for watching. You're watching Scarabic Gaming. Please like, share, and subscribe. I fucked that up. I can't do my outro if I'm already fucking it up.
Yep, I have a specific thing and a specific outro that I perform.
So anyway, this is Wasteland. Obviously, you can see where Fallout got their idea from.
So we want to cut this, and we want to bring this back all the way to, like, I don't know, here or something. Sure, why not?
Don't even know what that means, but okay. So
let's Cool. Let's just do that and let's see what that does.
Clip pistol? Don't even know. So anyway, this is Wasteland. Obviously,
It doesn't really matter, but because this is not an actual video that I'm going to be posting.
you can see where Fallout got their idea from, and you know, it's interesting to see the world in which it came from, and I'd love to see more of this game. I'm not making any more of these videos because I'm an idiot and no one likes me. But
anyway, so I move that down there.
But anyway, you're watching Scarabic Gaming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell button to do me a favor. Let people know I exist. And I'll see you soon, INTERPEEPS.
Alright, so I have obviously screwed that up somewhere, so I'm going to remove that. I don't know how that works, but alright. And then at the end is the same as the intro. You want to make sure that it's solid as you can get it. So then we go like that. Now I have multiple outros. I chose this outro because it's a gun game, so you know it made sense. So at the outro, we want that to be turned down to either 4.36 or 7.64, and then we can go. And there you go. And then at the end, what you want to do is you want to go all the way here. See this little line here? That's where the video ends. So you want to drag that all the way back to here. You want to zoom in and make sure you get it on the dime. And I have 20 seconds, as you can see here. This goes for 20 seconds on the dot. And that is great because over this thing here, that thing there, that thing there, that thing there, is all 4 things that I can put my YouTube stuff over. So little videos and a little icon, I can put that over there, which is good, and we like that. So this video would, if I did actually make this, it would be 3 minutes and 57 seconds and 57 milliseconds. That's how long this video would be. And if we were to do that, we'd go to export. Yeah, click to export and remove finished tasks. But here, then we'd like, we'd, you know, type in a thing, save it, right click and start exporting. But always make sure that your video is set to MP4 and YouTube 1080p HD. That is what every single one of my videos is compressed to, which is also the H.264 compressed. I don't know what that means, but that's what it is. Anyway, I don't need this video, so I'm going to remove the task. I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to show you one more trick if you guys need it. So I'm going to just quickly find a thing that I say.
It's going to be very charismatic and
very charismatic. Here we go. So this is just a quick thing that I want to show you. Going
to be very charismatic.
And I say and afterwards. I don't need to. I just do that. All right. And then we want that to be a composite shot, which it already is. So we don't want that. We want to. All right. Let's go to the. Let's go to here. We want to turn this into a composite shot, which is great. And then we want to. Oh, that's already got its own audio, so that audio automatically gets transferred into a composite shot, so you don't have to worry about it. If it's linked, it automatically becomes the composite. So during this part, what we want to do is we want to get up here with the text. We want to make a text thing. And I said very charismatic. Very charismatic. Very charismatic. I think that's how you spell it. It's probably not. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to show you a thing. Okay? So we want to go to text, and then we want to click on that, make it bigger, and we can give it a border as well. Let's make it bold. Why not? And there's many different things that you can put it through, and many different texts and stuff, but it doesn't really matter for this one. Let's just go black outline. Make sure everything is highlighted when you do that. And then we want that to go transform. We want that to go all the way down here. We want that to be centered. And then we also want to turn this into duplicates. 1, 2, let's say 4. No, let's make 5. 5 duplicates. So we got text, and then we want 5 duplicates. And there's a reason for this. As a matter of fact, we want to get rid of the duplicates. What we want to do is we want to make a mask. Whoops. We want the mask just like that. And then we want, as a matter of fact, we don't even need duplicates. We can do it as duplicates, but you can also just do it with the mask. It works. So we can, yeah, easy. We can do it with the mask. Now, watch what I'm about to do because this is very important. So we want... Oh my god, he doesn't even say very charismatic in this. Okay, so we want that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how to do that. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. That cross with, let's say that. And then we want to combine. No. Why are you doing that? No, don't do that. Oh my god, don't do that. That and that. No, don't. Thank you. We want to link these, and then we want to turn this into a composite shot, which is called, what is this? Test face composite shot number what? Oh my god, I don't even know what number it is. It's got to be the latest composite. Where? Oh god. Oh, what have I done? I've ruined it all. Interface composite. Oh, there are so many of the... Crap. I honestly don't know what's happening right now. I am an idiot. Alright, we want that one. And we want that one to... Oh no! Alright, let's copy. And maybe we can paste it? Can we paste it? We can paste it. Epic! Alright. So let's turn that off. But we can hear very charismatic. All right, cool. That works. That's good for a temporary. So what we want to do here is very, and then I say charismatic. So I want the, all right, here we go. We've got the text. What we want to do with the text is this. We want to transform. We want to go to mask. We want to have the expansion, and we want to select it to be convert selected frames to constant. Okay? Now that's important. That means it won't transition from place to place. So very, and there we want that to like cha, and we want that to be a one of these. Oh my god, no, yeah, like that. Cha. Wait, why are you on that? No, cha. Huh? Cha. There we go. All right. Very charismatic. All right, here's the R, so we'll go back. And then we want that to be 419. Yep. Cha. Re. All right. So cha. Re. And then matic. We want that to be 588. Oh god. Yep. There we go. And then we want all of these to be constant, and then it should work like this. And also I can get rid of the, I don't need that in there. New text needs to be there, the face needs to leave, and here we go. Save, and is going to be very charismatic and also
very charismatic and
so it pops out. It's like very charismatic. I didn't do a very good job of being able to showcase that because this program doesn't like playing back.
Be very charismatic and also
It doesn't like fast cuts like that, so maybe it will work here. Whoops. I don't know what I just did, but... Why are you being stupid? I don't understand what's going on. Okay. Let's just go back to start. Very charismatic. There we go. Anyway, that is a way to do text. I'm sorry I didn't do a very good job of explaining it, but that's the best we're going to have to do. So thank you all for watching. You're watching Scarabic Gaming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Good luck with all of your editing, and I'll see you soon, INTERPEEPS.